So Witch Queen is finally here, and today I'm going to be showcasing the new Void Eververse sets. Now these sets are available for 1,500 silver each, and if you don't have any silver then you can wait until each piece is sold in the Brightness store. Now in this video I'm going to be showing you all of these sets with different shaders, as well as some sets I made with them. So if you do find this video useful then please drop a like and consider subscribing for more Destiny fashion. And without further delay, it's time to get straight into the shaders. So the first shader we're going to be looking at is Gambit Jadestone. Now you can see that the void glows are not affected by shaders, so you will have to work around the purple glow. Now for anyone who wants a darker shader, here is Amethyst Veil. It's quite unfortunate that a lot of the blue comes through on the pieces, and this is more apparent with shaders like Metro Shift. Now for anyone who wants a cleaner look on these pieces, here is Jack Arena. This honestly looks pretty good on the Hunter, although I wish the void eyebrows were not apparent. Now a lot of you asked for me to show Ultra Plasmic, and unfortunately it doesn't look as good as I thought it would. With these pieces you don't really get the shine like you do on other plated pieces. It's quite unfortunate how this shader looks because it looks really great on other sets. Now another purple shader is Welded Brass. This honestly looks alright, but it's nothing too flashy. If you want something that pops a bit more, then I would instead recommend Beguisa Knight. And you will notice with this shader that it does create some scaly textures on some parts of the plating. Now next up we have Seven Sisters, which does create a lot of that galaxy look because of the cloth, although this doesn't turn out great on many of the sets, especially for the Hunter. Now another flashy shader that doesn't look too bad is Mistophosphere, which was sold during the 30th anniversary event. Now this for me is one of the better shaders you can use with these sets. Now another shader you all requested was Cheating Slate, and I assume this was to see if the glows disappear on the pieces. The only part that does get removed are the glow on the eyes for the Hunter, but it's nothing too significant overall. Then next we have Dreaming Spectrum from the Last Wish raid. This one looks alright, but Dreaming Spectrum pretty much works with any set. Now there's also another shader that's called Dreaming Cast, which is also from the Dreaming City. Both the shaders look decent across all the sets. Now one of my personal favourite shaders is First Frost. Now the unfortunate thing about this shader is that it mainly benefits from plating, and if you're wondering where you could get this shader, it was from the Season of Undying Pass. Now another shader that was highly requested was Callus Selected, and I must say this is easily one of the best shaders so far. The colours work really well and the purple on the cloth matches nicely with the glows. Would definitely recommend trying this one out if you do have it. Now for any of you liking more red looks, here is Midnight Smith. I do think some red shaders could work if you mix in the red and the purple nicely. Now here's what Gold Leaf looks like on the sets as well. Honestly this one doesn't look too bad, it is much better than most. And another gold which isn't too bad as well is Omnicronia. Now the next shade I want to show is Reefregalia, which along with Callus Selected is easily one of the best ones. And then finally for the last two shaders we have Grand Luster, which is a bit like Callus Selected. And then the final shader is Amricha's Dream, which adds a nice lighter look to the set. Now anyways, here is a fashion set I made using some of the Hunter pieces. My aim with this set was to use the Orpheus Rig Exotic in more of a stealthy look. Now this exotic matches really well with the cloak because of the arrows holstered, and for these other pieces I chose the Outlander's Heart rare chest plate. This is a really nice looking blue item with the Metro Shift shader. The arms are the Pathfinder grips from the Season of the Lost, and the shader I used on this is Abyssinian Gold. And then like I mentioned, I used the new Abyss Walker helmet and cloak, and both of these pieces are using Amethyst Veil, with the boots using Skelegol. So this is definitely something I would use if you do like darker sets. And if you wanted to as well, you could change out the shader for Bitter Pill to create a much lighter look. So yeah, let me know what you all think of my Stealthy Hunter set in the comments below. So now here is a Titan set I quickly made using the Doomfang Pauldron Exotic. Now you can see from the Void set that I'm only using the helmet, and this is because it is my favourite piece. Don't get me wrong, this chest plate does look pretty cool with the shield on the back, although I'm just not a big fan of this front design. Now I know a lot of people may not have this chest plate, so I would instead recommend the Meridian Constellation Ornament. This actually flows really well with the helmet. And another thing you want to keep in mind with shaders is that it does change its visor colour. Now in this set it doesn't look too bad because it is using a lighter look on the plating, but for other shaders, if you can match the visor colour to the glow, it can really enhance the look. And then finally here is a quick set I made for the Warlock. Now of all all the pieces for the Warlock set, the robes are definitely my favourite. With the shader regalia, it really allows the patterns to stand out. With my one, I so wanted to make it like a Void Sorcerer, hence why I went with the Astrocyteverse exotic as well as the Solstice 2019 gloves. Now there is also another look I want to show you all, and this is with the Rosine Drone Ornament for the Battle Harmony exotic. So if you go ahead and use this helmet, it does have a nice rounded design just like the curves coming off the ornament. Then for the arms, I switched them out for the Dendrite Shimmer gloves, and then the boots are the Street Scholar from the 30th anniversary event. So this is a really easy set you could go with. So overall, I do think these sets have their highlights, especially the Warlock set. I think that set is the best overall of the three, but I definitely don't think it's worth buying the Hunter nor the Titan set for silver. I would just wait for the individual pieces to be sold in the Bright Dust store, and instead maybe pick up something like the Imperial Cartographer or the Lux sets. There's even the Couturier which got added this expansion, and another thing you have to take into account is that none of the glows can shader, so you are restricted as to what shaders you can really pair with this. And if you are someone who really does like their glows on their pieces, then I would 100% instead recommend the Celestial Ornaments, as all the pieces in these sets can shader their glows. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up the video. If this did help you out, then please drop a like and consider subscribing so you don't miss out on my upcoming Destiny fashion videos. Thank you all so much for watching, and an extra thank you to all my YouTube members for the amazing support. Stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next video.